In the quiet town of Black Hollow, whispers of the haunted Darkwood Forest were more than just stories to frighten children. The locals knew better than to venture near its borders, especially after sundown. For generations, tales of vengeful spirits and eerie apparitions had kept even the bravest souls at bay. But curiosity has a way of tempting fate. One crisp autumn evening, a group of college friends, driven by equal parts skepticism and thrill-seeking, decided to uncover the truth. Jake, the ringleader, believed the tales to be nothing more than overblown myths. Alongside him were Sarah, a paranormal enthusiast, Mark, an aspiring photographer, and Emily, whose apprehensions were masked by her need to fit in. Armed with flashlights, cameras, and a digital recorder, they set out just as the sun dipped below the horizon. The entrance to Darkwood Forest loomed before them, an archway of gnarled branches and thick underbrush. As they stepped inside, the temperature seemed to drop, and an uneasy silence enveloped them. Ready to prove everyone wrong? Jake asked, attempting to break the tension. Or right, Sarah added, her eyes gleaming with excitement. The group pressed on, the crunch of leaves underfoot their only company. As they ventured deeper, the forest seemed to close in around them. The path grew narrower, the trees denser. Shadows danced in the periphery, and the occasional rustle sent shivers down their spines. They reached a clearing where an old, dilapidated cabin stood. Its windows were shattered, and the door hung loosely on its hinges. Mark, eager to capture the essence of the forest's eerie ambience, snapped photos while Sarah set up the digital recorder on the cabin steps. "Let's see if we can get any EVPs," she suggested, her voice barely above a whisper. Electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, were believed to be the voices of spirits captured on audio devices. The group gathered around, listening intently as Sarah asked questions to the empty air. "Is anyone here with us? Can you tell us your name?" Silence. Then, a faint whisper, barely perceptible, emerged from the recorder. "Leave." Emily's eyes widened. "Did you hear that?" Before anyone could respond, a loud bang echoed from inside the cabin. Startled, they turned their flashlights towards the source. The door, which had been ajar, now stood firmly shut. "Okay, this is getting creepy," Mark muttered, his bravado waning. "Let's check it out," Jake insisted, more determined than ever to debunk the myths. They pushed open the door, revealing a musty interior filled with broken furniture and decaying walls. Cobwebs clung to every surface, and the air was thick with the scent of mildew. As they explored the cabin, strange markings on the walls caught Emily's eye. Symbols and phrases, carved deep into the wood, spoke of rituals and warnings. Suddenly, the temperature plummeted, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over them. The flashlights flickered, and an unnatural darkness crept in from the corners of the room. Whispers filled the air, growing louder, more insistent. "Leave, now." Panic set in as the whispers turned into screams. The group rushed for the door, but it slammed shut with a force that shook the entire cabin. Jake tried to pry it open, but it wouldn't budge. They were trapped. "What's happening?" Emily cried, her voice trembling. "There's something here," Sarah said, her face pale. "Something that doesn't want us to leave." The room grew colder, and a shadowy figure materialized in the corner. It was a woman, her face twisted in anguish, her eyes hollow and black. She pointed a bony finger at them, her mouth moving soundlessly. Desperation took hold. Jake, in a last-ditch effort, hurled his body against the door. It gave way, and they stumbled out into the clearing. The screams and whispers faded, replaced by the sound of their ragged breaths. They didn't stop running until they reached the edge of the forest. Panting and shaken, they looked back at the dark expanse of trees. The forest stood silent once more, as if nothing had happened. The friends returned to Black Hollow, forever changed by their experience. The recorder, when played back, revealed the full extent of their ordeal. Whispers, screams, and a final, chilling message. "You were warned." The tale of their encounter spread through the town, adding a new chapter to the legend of Darkwood Forest. The forest remained a place of mystery and fear, a reminder that some stories are rooted in truths best left undiscovered. And the friends, now believers, never ventured near its shadowed borders again.